The Harry Bikers Go North returned last one night for a Christmas special. Dave Myers and Sea King head to the north of England, setting their sights on creating the ultimate northern festive treat for their families. Over a bacon buddy and cup of tea at a Cumbrian cafe, they hatch a plan to bring their families together around one table, since they both feel it has been too long since it last happened. They find a venue, and proceed to ride the Pennines from top to bottom, tasting some of the best food the region has to offer along the way. Using the ingredients they have found, they treat their families to a mouth-watering Christmas dinner. Dave and Sea have been on a remarkable journey in the last 30 years since meeting on the set of TV drama The Gambling Man. Since the first episode of the Harry Bikers Cookbook aired in the mid-noughties, the pair have presented a range of TV shows that combine their two biggest loves, motorbikes and food. They have also produced an impressive range of cookery books, ranging from healthy eating to the perfect pies. Sea's life was turned upside down in March 2014 when he suffered a brain aneurysm. A brain aneurysm is a bulge in a blood vessel in the brain. If it bursts, it can be extremely serious. After suffering a terrible headache for 4 days, he called a taxi to take him to hospital when players started falling off the screen when he was watching England's rugby team play in the Six Nations. Speaking to the Mirror in 2016, he recalled all hell broke loose when he got to hospital. He said, "The doctors did a lumbar puncture and found blood in my spinal fluid. At that point they grew really worried. I had to sign a load of forms to say I understood I may make it, or I may not." He added, "I was rushed into surgery and I had an occlusion, which is an operation to stop the blood flowing through the ruptured blood vessel to direct it elsewhere. After that, I was in intensive therapy for 4 days. I had all sorts of pipes and wires coming out of me, hooked to machines." Fortunately, Sea lived to tell the tale, and is back to his jovial self. Speaking in a separate interview with The Mirror in June 2014, just a few months after the aneurysm, he said, "I am fine. There have been no lasting effects, none you'd notice other than I am slightly madder than I was before. No deficit as they say." He added, "There have been a couple of shifts in my personality, but you would have to know me really well to spot them, and I feel more vulnerable now. But my motor skills are okay and my speech is fine." Doctors told him he had lost 20% of himself, and was extremely lucky to survive. Sea remains convinced that the weight loss journey he and Dave had gone on 2 years previous saved his life. He said, "In aneurysms, high blood pressure is an issue, so if I hadn't lost all that weight with Dave in 2012, I probably wouldn't have survived." Sea lost 3.5 stone, while Dave lost more than 4 stone after a doctor friend warned them they were both morbidly obese. Sea said, "My aneurysm taught me that keeping healthy and eating well is like money in the bank, because you never know what the future holds." The NHS states the following symptoms as the first signs of an aneurysm: a sudden agonizing headache, a stiff neck, sickness and vomiting, as well as pain on looking at light. The Harry Bikers Go North is available on BBC iPlayer.